Walang capital pero gustong mag-build ng wealth. Paano? Ask me how. Charot. In all honesty, I didn't consider leverage as something you can have when you are starting out. Pero we have labor capital pala with our own skills to start. So hi, I'm a mom of 3 and a breadwinner building a 60 million peso portfolio. Continuation lang to nung 4 types of leverage discussion natin. Ito yung parang practical applications nung natutunan natin. Yan. And in this video, we are going to expound further on leverage. Actually, let's start really small. For example, nung nakita ko yung video ni Naval and learned about the 4 types of leverage, doon ko lang na-realize na I have leverage din pala. Sa totoo lang, I still trade time for money. Main job ko right now, I am being paid to work 40 hours a week. For 2 clients naman, time-based din. I am paid by the hour. Pero, I have been able to secure a client who pays me for strategy. The first I was able to build was a high-value skill because they are no longer paying me for the time I spend with them. They are paying me for the solutions and strategy I bring to the table. Actually, late ko na to na-realize. I was so hesitant kasi to apply for managerial positions because middle management is trauma. Challenge siya for me kasi I tend to protect my people by always focusing on the process. Pero politics kasi is a very different animal. It really takes a toll on my mental health, so I tend to always default to process. Ayan. Next, still on labor leverage yung una, high value skill. This one, sa bahay namin, ginagamit ko na rin pala yung labor leverage pero not at a scale na we would really want for wealth building. Paano? By outsourcing routine reporting tasks ko sa work to my husband. And of course, yung household help to my mother and children. This helps me to free up my time to focus on other more important tasks that bring more value. So, pwede yung ibang tao, they hire help or something else, accountant, whatsoever. You're leveraging pa rin other people to do the difficult tasks for you. So, ano pa yung na-realize ko? So, isa din sa na-build ko over the years is integrity and accountability. Nung sinabi ni Naval na without accountability, you don't get incentives or credibility, nagets ko yun. Kasi, for example, for me, people can question pa siguro yung work ethic ko, pero my ethics towards handling money, even other people's money, no one can ever question. I think yung isang naging proof dito is when I launched a small village cooperative. Technically, nag-set up ako around 2008 ng maliit na paluwagan. Yan, itama natin kasi baka hanapan ako ng mga kapapilan. Informal ito So, as in yung mga kapitbahay ko wanted to save and I just said, sige, 50 pesos per head per week. Christmas time, i-distribute ko lahat yung pera. Walang individual na magiging sweldo. So, I did that for them for over 10 years, I think. And every December, they get more than what they have saved. Kasi ini-invest ko yung pera sa mga low-risk investments. I provide them with a competition para wala ring issue. Parang shares report, ganyan. Anyway, I leverage on that capital for several things. One siguro is yung trust sa bank kasi naayos nga yung credit score ko and finally na-offeran ako ng credit card. So, I tried to scale. This is now the time na yung labor capital ko, which is building the high-value skill of investing and building integrity and accountability, na-crossover na siya to becoming capital leverage. So, nung time na yun, I tried to scale kasi lumaki yung pera. I tried to invest on different businesses starting 2017, which really worked so well. There was even a time I had 8 million capital held. All of these people trusting me with money. Pero things started to fall apart 2022. Imagine nakasurvive pa kami ng pandemic. Parang that time, nag-start kami, I give out roughly 5% per month ng interest until now na yung mga natira na lang is 2% per quarter. Yan. So parang 8% per week. Mas mataas pa rin kami sa pag-ibig. Anyway, I don't keep much of the earnings kasi to myself. I continue to invest the money into the business. So as I mentioned, when things started falling apart nga, with 2 businesses losing majority of the invested capital, ang ginawa ko, hindi ko tinakbuhan yung mga nag-invest sa akin syempre kasi ako yung accountable for their money So what I did was I talked to my husband and I told him everything kasi involved naman siya doon. Transparent naman ako doon sa mga naging dealings ko doon. Kasama din siya. So what we did was I paid off the investors with my own money. I made sure to close all the loops. Even if I had to lose money in the process myself kasi I gave them my word. Ngayon, nagtatry pa rin akong mag-recover from those kasi nga it lost me money. Pero it's possible. The leverage on capital is possible. I still have people reaching out to me to this day asking me for kung may open na ba akong investment, ganyan. Ako na talaga yung tumatanggi kasi wala pa talaga akong naiisip na bagong venture na I can firmly say or give them the same level of assurance na I have before. Tatandaan nyo palagi, accountability and integrity nowadays is very rare. Even with the leaders we have in the office, or government, or on social media. So we need to be very selective dapat. Yung uunahin natin lagi is yung mga questions na, accountable ba tong taong to sa mga pinagsasabi at ginagawa niya? Kaya siya important sa business and wealth building kasi if you cannot show that level of integrity or accountability, investors will not trust you. Yan. Kaya nga may mga rating pati yung mga stock market Yung trust ng investors is very important. Ngayon, let's go to media leverage. This one, I am currently trying to experiment on this. But I think I might have some sort of difficulty in this aspect kasi I have had offers to collab with me. Pinakita ko rin sa husband ko the other day yung parang may nag-offer sa amin ng partnership na platform pero I had to decline because I cannot sacrifice the integrity of the craft I am building. As I have mentioned before, this channel is my brain dump. I am creating this this for my children to make them understand the way I think, in the hopes na they can filter out the noise in the world we now live in. There's so much information, but how are we so sure that they are synthesized properly, diba? I think yun yung challenge for me here, don't get me wrong. I want to earn money, sino ba naman yung hindi? But I need to stay the course. Yan. And lastly, for code naman, I'm currently exploring this one as well, but I want to make sure that it will really add value and not going to be another app to make life on this earth complicated and expensive. Yan. So, remind ko lang, hindi naman siya stand-alone na mga leverage. Pwede siyang maging connected into something else. Halimbawa yung kanina, diba? Yung example ko, it started with labor leverage and then naging capital leverage siya. Ngayon, I am building media leverage. Pwede ba siyang mapunta sa capital leverage eventually? Meron siyang part na labor leverage kasi if you share my post or I build value to the world, pwede talagang makatisod ako ng something bigger to offer to the world. Yan. Pwede ba yun mag-feed dun sa code? Possible din. Kung gumawa ako ng app and then I tell you about the app, would you be interested? Something like that. You know, hindi siya standalone. Pwede siyang interconnected. Pero ako, ang fina-focus ko right now is capital leverage from my labor. So, diba? Nagbe-build ako ng wealth engine. Yan. So, at the end of the day, as you can see, my fears and the things that inhibit me from growth, I guess, is making sure that my values are in line with what I offer. Nagtry nga kami dati mag-e-commerce. But hindi ko rin kinaya yung mga suggestion na price the item times 5. I mean, siguro template talaga yun, of course, for profitability kasi yun yung sinusukat. Pero I still end up doing fair price and ends up losing money in the process due to increase in costs. Nahirap na akong ipasa. So I backed up. It's not for me. Right now, media and code, again, is egalitarian. Walang censorship or filtering system in our country. We all have equal opportunity. People are earning money being affiliates, from sharing their content and such. But again, the value has to be there. Create and try it out. We don't know if it will work for you if you won't try it, diba? But be accountable and have integrity always. And that's the update for today, group mates. See you on the next one.